I'm sure it's fine that we waited a day before lowering the bridge. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal! I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we gamed the system and got a lot of coins. And this time, we're gonna use all those coins. Activate the Bridge of Judgment. That tips the scales in our favor. Yeah! Hell yeah, we're almost there! Well, you better be ready for whatever lies ahead. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's also bring Mikoto along. Thought I saw something that I could steal.
It looks like this is her base of operations. Perhaps her treasure will appear on that pedestal. A lot has happened, but we managed to get up here. Miss Manager's days are numbered.
How uncouth of you to simply barge in here. Elegance is necessary for victory as well, you know. I entertained you with all of my games, but it appears you are still far from satisfied. Very well. I've made preparations especially for that possibility. This will be a game of life and death from now on. No matter who I face, I shall not lose.
Sis. Our infiltration route is secure. We need to head back out and send the calling card.
And once the calling card is sent, Sai-san's treasure will appear, correct?
Yeah. Once the target is cognizant of the danger, that cloudy thing will take shape.
I wonder, what will the treasure look like?
That depends on the person. For Kamoshida, it was a medal. Madarame's was a painting, and Kanashiro's was fake money.
Father's was a plastic model.
In other words, the treasure is what marked the beginning of the palace ruler's aspirations.
Could also be what caused their desires to swell.
Thinking about it won't get us anywhere, though. Let's head back and prepare the calling card.
What's up? Curious about the treasure? Speaking of that, it actually looks like there's a shape formed in the haziness. If I had to guess, I'd say Sis's treasure was a police notebook. Right, your father was... He probably thinks Dad died because the police were using him. But believes justice is meaningless and that there's no point in living a subservient life. Dad's death is even the reason she aspired to become a prosecutor and grew so obsessed with winning. She really loved him. Sai-san's heart must be exhausted from living in such a fiercely competitive world. Honest beliefs alone are not enough to get you through. Even I understand that pain, but that's exactly why we need to change her heart. Yes, that it is. Now we've ascertained the location of the treasure flag. Let's return to the entrance now, John. Let's just see if there's anything that we can steal from inside the manager's area. I doubt there is, but it can always help. I also wonder if that's where our boss arena is going to be. Huh. That's very curious. Our boss arena in that unexplored area that's right over there. Totally not. What do I want to do? I think I just want to go. I know what? I do have an Orlov with me, if I recall. I do. I'm sure I could work with just that. Oh wait, why am I taking the elevator? I have the power. I have powers over space and time. Duh. Off to the entrance we go.
Focus.
And that'll be fine.
What do you want to do?
Let's get out of here. Wow, we found 2 safe rooms in a row!
Yes!
Finally secured a route to the treasure. All you do is send the calling card.
Hey!
So when are we gonna send it? I don't want to be too hasty, but sending one is pretty annoying. Hey, just let me know when we're meeting at the hideout next. I'll be counting on you, Joker.
Okay.
Made a great today. Tired? We finally made it. All that remains is to actually send the calling card. It's like we managed to get that out before that investigation starts going on, too. We still don't know anything about the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns, though. I wonder if we'll learn anything from Nijima-san's shadow. I doubt she has ascertained any relevant clues. I agree. That's why she has the warrant on the Phantom Thieves, after all. Furthermore, the public believes arresting us will solve the case. Public prosecutors won't stop now. They have the weight of the general public on their shoulder. If only we know who the true culprit was, we wouldn't have to fight Nijima-san's shadow. Who could it be? Do you think it's someone we know? True. But there will be no end to the mistrust we begin doubting our peers. Either way, we only have one opportunity to turn the tables. The final calling cardinal shall be my magnum opus. Simply let us know when you're ready, Ren.
Hey,
Obviously we're gonna get massaged. Duh, why would we not get massaged?
how's the pressure, Master?
And ideally we can actually finish off another confidant today. And just because we're so early on, I think we could probably send the calling card in this episode as well. If I had to guess, and it looks like we'll be finishing off Iwai's today. So that'll be fun. So let me go and grab my notes on Mr. Muna Hisa Iwai. And I am at 9 with him, correct? Yes. And of course we're free now.
Actually,
Thanks again for last time. I learned a lot about myself. So, I just wanted to show my appreciation.
intruding in on another private family moment.
You're still droning on about that? I mean, it was quite a shock. But that's what made you take me in, right? So who cares?
Whoa there, kiddo.
If you had just told me all of this sooner, you wouldn't have been threatened.
Who your parents are and where you come from stays with you for your entire life. Thanks to my loser parents, I got bullied by complete strangers, and
My father isn't a loser, though. He's a brilliant business owner.
stop trying to ruin the moment. So in the end, I was just fighting my own demons. Stuck in my crappy childhood and all the problems I had growing up. My view of Kaoru was all distorted because of my rotten childhood memories.
I forgive you.
Wow, you really matured, huh?
Why did you help my father out? He told me you gathered info about Suda-san for him. You willingly got involved in a Yakuza dispute. Would someone normally take that big of a risk? I'd understand if you were a member of the Phantom Thieves. Fighting for the underdogs, like a gentleman thief. You know, people have their own opinions, but I think the Phantom Thieves are super cool. I mean, the sexual harassment incident involving that teacher?
You gotta go, Kaoru. The supermarket's about to close. Aren't you in charge of dinner tonight?
Oh, crap! Please excuse me.
Kids grow up quick. They can be a pain in the ass, but they're worth it. All right, let's close up shop. Go pull down a shutter. Suda changed rather suddenly, huh? Seems like he had a change of heart. Just like them people they've been talking about on TV. I can't be the only one who was saved by his change of heart. Wonder who else knows. If you say so. Well, don't worry. It ain't really none of my concern. Man, you really had me fooled. That whole thing about being an enthusiast was all just BS. I hired you as a mere pawn, and now you're Kaoru's bro. The Phantom Thieves are using my guns to take down bad guys, aren't they? They help people in need, huh? Interesting. All right. I'm gonna put all my effort into that special menu we talked about. I don't like to owe nobody nothing, so I'll do my best for you, because that's the kind of support I can provide.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath.
Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the Hanged Man, granting thee infinite power.
Free gun customization? Oh boy!
Alright. Alright.
But what the hell are you gonna do with a model gun? You need a real gun in a shootout, and the knives are just replicas. They're even less useful than a butter knife, you know? You're such a weirdo. We were in the middle of closing shop, weren't we? Well, let's get to it. See ya.
Eli's so cool. I love Eli. He's no Sojiro, but he's cool. He's like the second best dad character in this game. There's not many. Okay, there's only 2. Okay, never mind. That's a lie. There's 3. There are 3 dad characters we've met. Cleaning day we got to carry out the plan. There's only 11 days left. Time's really slipping away. What will happen to us if we fail? It's kind of tough to say that for sure, though. Maybe, but we can't leave his heart before we've even done anything. If we do that, we'll just mess up everything up. And even the part we can definitely succeed in. You're interested in something wise for once. You want to fight? You two get along so well. But how so? There's an outrageous claim. That's what I should be saying. Come on, stop it. I'll try to keep tensions low. We're all feeling anxious. You know, Makoto? Yes, it can't really be helped at this time. It's not how I raised you. Get a hold of yourself, Ryuji. Why are you singling me out? Well, might as well take care of the calling card. But first, let's talk about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man Arcana is all about needing, well, on the upright, it's about sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, perspective, and contemplation. While reversed, it is stalling, disinterest, stagnation, avoiding sacrifice, standstill, and apathy. The Hanged Man Arcana is all about needing to make sacrifices for the good of progress. You can't always push ahead forwards without having to go back, and at times there's the need to give something up in order to go forwards. Remember to take a step back, and sometimes that step back isn't just a step back in terms of having to give something up. Sometimes it's just taking rest and reevaluating your situation. There needs to be the proper opportunity to take an action. You can't just rush in, but there's not just rushing in that can be a pitfall. Sometimes it's possible that waiting can become a stagnation in and of itself. That waiting is for naught and there's no gain to that patience allowed by the upright. If that waiting becomes too long, it can go to reduced gain. But sometimes if you continue pushing, you end up expending energy getting nowhere. And Eli plays that waiting game a lot. He has to be careful with his Yakuza past. He doesn't want to harm Kaoru, so he leaves his son in the dark about everything about his past. He knows that he loves his kid, but he feels like he can't really connect with him because of his own past. He lies to him for what he thinks is his own safety, but eventually the gears begin turning. He knows that he can't just sit back and let his kid be brought into his affairs, and he can't just be content with what's happening, and he needs to get in advance towards a new stage of his and Kaoru's life. And once Suda pulls a gun on him, he knows for sure that he needs to sort out his life for Kaoru's sake. Once Masa pulls a knife on Kaoru, he knows that it's time that he learned the truth, even if it's just for protecting him in the moment so that Masa can't get the one-up on him. Perhaps it's been too long of a time to wait, but in the end, Kaoru knows his dad's secret, and Eli's done pushing that boulder that his life has been stagnating on. He can go forth and fully enjoy life with his son. He's finally sacrificed his old life. He's sacrificed what he initially perceives to be his son's safety, but he can now move ahead, bound by the gecko. Also, the gecko can be seen as something that can be sacrificing, because sometimes they drop off their tail in order to survive. Let's go send a calling card.
Oh yeah, all we gotta do now is send the calling card. So, when do you want to send it? The earlier the better, right?
No. In my opinion, we should wait until right before the time limit.
May I ask your reasoning behind that idea?
Sai-san is a realist, even if she believes the Phantom Thieves exist. Do you think she knows how they steal hearts? Furthermore, there is a chance she expects that she herself will be targeted.
So because her heart is ready for any possibility, the calling card might not have enough effect?
I only say that theoretically, but I believe so. Hence, it would be prudent for us to wait until we are driven into a corner to act. If we do so with no time to spare, I assume even Sai-san would have to be somewhat agitated.
Ensuring the treasure actually appears. That sounds quite logical. Impressive, Akechi-kun. Though, it is a bit vexing that you know more about my sister than I do.
That's only because of my work as a detective. Well then, if our time limit is November 20th, and we act the day after sending the calling card, shall we send it out on the 18th?
We should prepare as much as we can before then. Well, I can't complain about having more time. Make sure you're ready, everyone.
So yes, this is a little bit of a different palace because we only can send the calling card on the 18th. So, you know, keep that in mind. But luckily for me, that means I have the possibility of getting Haru up to level 10 before we get to the boss. I don't think it'll happen, because we basically have to have her available. So what, we have the 18th, so we have 9 days. We only have 1 day that we can miss. Right? Yeah. We can only miss 1 day with Haru. And I went to the wrong place. Whoops. Off to the rooftop we go. Also, we have those veggies to pick up. That might be important. Let's just go and first pick up our vegetables. And for that we get how many full SP restores? 2 full SP restores, and it's pretty good for only a few days of just sitting around and just letting things sit in the background. Once again, Moonlight Carrots will go. And now we can hang out with Haru again. I missed what day they're finished, but whatever, it's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. The vegetables and the planters are doing well. I could show them to you if you'd like. Let's go hang out with Haru. I'm always up for... Oh, I have to just get to the right one. Soil is quite a mysterious thing. With an gentle care, even a tiny seed can awaken, spread its root, and grow up towards the sun. It's almost like a mother. Perhaps that aspect is why I find this place so comforting.
To be honest...
You know, I only started taking care of these plants because one of my teachers asked me to. I was hesitating at first, but I liked it so much that I kept them long past the original request. I started mixing my own fertilizer, adjusting soil ratios. Now I raise these plants in complete secret. But, Rankun, I'm worried what the school might do if they found out about this. You're so dependable. In that case, we could be partners in crime. Honestly, Rankun, I really enjoyed the time we spent together. It's so different from how I feel when I'm around him. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant my fiancé. That reminds me, though, I wanted to ask your advice about him. The whole arrangement began when my father first introduced us, around the winter of my second year in high school. I was told we were just meeting his friend for dinner, but then he said that friend was to be my fiancé. It was surprising, but I suppose I had always known I would be married off someday for political gain. So I accepted it, and that was the start of our relationship. But no relationship happened. No relationship stuff happened, just to be clear. Anyway, I was never exactly fond of him to begin with, but now he's grown far worse. Recently, he's been suggesting we go on an early honeymoon together to celebrate our coming marriage. I can't even stand to look at him, though, let alone spend any actual prolonged time together. So, what can I say to decline his offer? Right. I suppose it'd be best to simply be clear about it. As you know, my father passed away before he could fulfill his promise to rescind the marriage proposal. So, any conversation about putting a halt to the marriage will have to come from me. To tell you the truth, I've already mentioned it to my fiancé. But he refuses to listen to a single word I have to say. Apparently he's even been telling employees at Akuma Foods about the contract he made with my father. How the company would have to pay extreme reparations if it got called off for any reason. I just don't know how to handle this. I can postpone while I'm still in high school, but after that... Thinking about it now, it seems my father's death has turned out to be quite favorable for my fiancé. After all, he's now engaged as the majority shareholder of a massive company. I suppose in the end, all he really cares is his own personal gain. But that's not what a relationship is supposed to be built on. It's supposed to be something more. Something like a love so intense that just seeing the other person makes your chest tighten up.
I'm not so sure.
Have you ever experienced that? I guess we're both in the same position then. But there's no spark like that when it comes with my fiancé. Spending time with him is almost like some kind of training.
Yes.
Still, with any hardship I go through, now will certainly help the Phantom Thieves eventually. I'll get through this. Haru's so cute. I love Haru so much. So precious, so floofy. Oh, it's getting late. I should probably get back to my gardening. Well, I think I'll be staying here a little while longer.
Goodbye.
See you later. Sorry for the sudden call. You remember we talked about my fiancé? He won't stop asking me to spend the weekend with him. My excuse was that my friend was calling me, so here I am, away from him. I've never done anything like that before. My heart was pounding. He's been getting more and more persistent. At this rate, I don't know how long I can play along, but hearing your voice calmed me down a bit. Thanks for listening to me. I'll let you go for now. See you later. Haru. Oh.
Ah, you're back.
And it's just the twins talking about another special assignment. Boring, boring, boring. I say that we might actually be hanging out with them next time. We'll find out. I will. Oh, yeah, we're a little bit further ahead on videos. 2 episodes in a row. Oh no, we're 2 minutes ahead. But let's go get a fortune reading, affinity on Hifumi, and see if that can boost us up to rank 10. I mean, no matter what, we're ending the episode off today, so no problems there. Cool.
Here we go.
And who? Moment of truth. Hey. So next time we'll be finishing off Hifumi's confidants, and then we just have like nothing. I'm so impressed with the pace I'm going. Like after that, those two are story progression. Haru is just relate story progression there. Then we have a few more there. Story progression, story progression. We're basically done with everything. But we're not done yet. So until then, see you guys later.